The purpose of this exercise is to introduce you to a tool within Adobe Illustrator to build a color palette. The second thing I want you to be aware of is how to design a color palette using split complementaries. So I'll just walk you through this entire exercise. If you get confused, you can always rewind and look again. I'm going to go over every step. First of all, enable the black arrow selection tool. Choose this top box here where it says main color so I can see the bounding box. I'm going to fill this with a color of my own choice. You can use any color you'd like. So I can see the bounding box here. That's cool. Come over to the fill color, right? Double click on it, and that brings up this color picker. Again, you can choose any color you wish. Just move the slider back and forth. I'm going to choose like this nice shade of light blue. So I'm clicking that, I click OK. So there's my main color. Now, what the heck am I supposed to do here? Well, I chose this color. I'm going to find its complement and fill it here. Then I'm going to find the split complementary colors, which I covered in another screencast, and I'm going to put them here. Okay, sounds a lot more complex than it really is. Okay, with this selected, this is the color I chose, and here it is in the fill color. Okay, so make sure that you're looking over the fill color and it has the color that you've chosen. Okay, that's very critical. Next thing you want to do, come to the right side of your workspace. There is like this little palette thingy, okay, symbol. Click on that. Here is there's lots of, we can adjust the color here. That's not what I want to deal with. The other tab says color guide. Click on color guide. So color guide should be enabled here. Now you notice that the color we selected, it should be residing right here. Alrighty? Hit the drop down menu and there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Complementary, etc., etc. Yours might be, you might have to like open it up a little bit. But there's lots of choices, but the main thing we're going to look at first is complementary. So choose complementary. Okay? Now, come over to your canvas. The black arrow is enabled. I'm going to choose the complement box. Here's complement. I can see the bounding box. Come over here to the color guide and choose this guy, whatever the other color was. Okay, so let's back up and look at this. We got the main color and we got its complement. How do we fill in all this other stuff? Okay, so again, watch carefully, follow every step, and life is good. Black arrow is enabled. Choose your main color. When I choose my main color, just take a glance over here at the fill color and ensure that the fill color is there. Okay? Come back over to your color guide. Notice that the color you chose should be residing here. Your main color should be residing here. Hit the drop down menu. Take a gander down here and find split complementary. Click on the words split complementary. Alright, so now we got our color of choice and we have these two other guys. This is the split complementary. I explained what a split complementary is in a previous screencast. Okay, good. That's all settled. Come back to your canvas. Enable split complementary 1. Come over to the color guide and choose one of the new split complementaries. Come over to your canvas, black arrow is still enabled. Choose split complementary 2. Come over to the color guide, choose the second split complementary. Sometimes your split complementary might look like your complement. No harm, no foul, don't worry about it. Okay, so what do we got here? With the first step, I found the complement. With the second step, I found the split complementaries. Okay, so life is good. Let's save our file. I'm just going to hit File Save. I've saved this in a known location. I should have mentioned that earlier. All right, so we still got stuff to do here, but we did the hard part. All right, so split complementary 1, teacher says, I want a high saturation, high intensity of split complementary 1. Black arrow is enabled. This is the guy I'm going to be working with. Okay, I can see the bounding box. Life is simple now, because I already made the split complementary. Come over to the toolbar, select the eyedropper tool. Again, I can see the bounding box on split complementary 1. Eyedropper tool is enabled. I'm going to select split complementary 1. Okay, these are the exact same colors now. Hit the black arrow. When I hit the black arrow, here's the fill color. Double click. This is the color that I've chosen. I want it a high saturation, high intensity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, here's the color I have right here, that little circle. If I go this way, it gets more intense. If I go that way, it gets less intense. This way is more saturated, more intense, less saturated, less intense. So I'm going to stay on the same horizontal. See that? I'm coming over here, clicking there. So now this is the new color. Click OK. This guy is a lot more intense and saturated than this dude here. Repeat the same thing, the same process over here with split complementary 2. Okay, I'm not going to repeat it because you can just rewind the video and watch. Down here, let's come down here. I want a tint of the complement, and I want a shade of the complement here. So how the heck do I do that? First of all, black arrow is enabled. I'm going to click this guy, tint of complement, because this is what I'm going to be working on. First thing I got to do is fill this with the complement. Real simple. Come over to the eyedropper tool, just like we did before. Enable the eyedropper tool. Again, I want a tint of the complement, so I'm going to choose this complementary color. All well and good. Great. Enable the black arrow. Tint of complement, I can see the bounding box. Here's the fill of tint of complement. Double click on it. Now it says tint of complement, add white. Okay, add white. So if I want to add white, I'm going to go up. Up. Okay, so not desaturate it. I don't want to desaturate it. I want to go. Let me Command Z out of there again. Oh, I can't. Let me see. Let's do that again. Here's the. Now, if I go this way, you're going to say, well, that looks white over there. No, it's desaturated. Here's the original color. To add a tint to it, go up the spectrum, upwards. Okay. Click OK. Now it's lighter, as if I added white. I'm going to enable the black arrow. Same thing. I want you to add a shade of adding black, so let's do that together. I can see the bounding box. Going to add it. I want to work with the complement, so I'm going to enable the eyedropper tool. Select the complement. So these two colors are exactly the same right now. I want this to be a shade. Enable the black arrow. Here's the fill color. Double click on it, so it's just so you're not lost here. Here's the guy I'm working on. I can see the bounding box. I open the color picker. A shade. Okay, so that means going down the spectrum. Okay, like down here it gets so black it looks almost solid black. So just choose a color that's blacker or darker. Okay, so I'm staying in the same vertical. Click OK. And here's my shade of the complement. So let me save my file. So you guys can go back. You can do this one just as we did the split complementary one. Okay, but if you're new to Illustrator and you're new to color theory and you've never used the color picker before, yes, some of this might have been a little bit confusing. Remember the beauty of video, just watch it again. All right, just take a deep breath, calm down, you'll be fine. Good luck.